Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Just one more minute. We will start the session right away. And this session will be recorded to prepare for some other upcoming communication to the Legacy Campus users. So if you have any questions, you can put your question in the chat room. We can deal with your questions at the end of this session. While we have more and more participants joining, we are going to start our session right away. Before we start, we want to have our global leader Natalie to give some background explanation about today's session and the upcoming communication regarding the transition between Legacy Campus Tier 1 support to our campus BSD team. So Natalie?
Yeah, thank you. Hi all, hi everybody. I think probably some of you I've talked to in the past or worked with in the past. My name is Natalie Monty. As Shihao said, I am the global leader for the Compass BISD team, that's Business Integrated Service Desk. We used to be known, and we're still kind of affectionately known as the Compass Sustain team. So a lot of people still call us by that term. But officially the name of our team is the Compass BISD team. And as we move forward to getting more and more accounts on Compass and completing the rollouts and the wave implementations to ES FMO, Future Mode of Operations Compass, one of the things that we recognized as an opportunity was to assume some of the legacy HP ES support. And so we were working with the team that currently supports those tickets through SR- and worked with them to come up with a plan to migrate the support over to the Compass BISD team. And as Shihao is going to show you, the method for getting support, and this is business process support, and some update support as well, because we realize that ES HP legacy users do have some update functionality, such as the opportunity IDs, for example. So as we've been transitioning that over from the current support team, we do want to make sure that you understand that come November 1st, we will have a tool that you will use for ticketing instead of the current method that you currently use, and that is GBS Service Central. And GBS Service Central is a ticketing tool that allows you to put in all of the information that you need on the ticket. It allows it for attachments. It allows us to route it within and amongst our BISD team. You get a ticket number. There's follow-up that happens there. So it's a very good process to use. It's consistent with some of the other ticketing tools that are used within GBS. We're actually not part of GBS, so we used to be for a brief period of time, but we do use the same ticketing tool that GBS uses. And if you have any questions, we're happy to take those. And if you have anything that you think about after the session that you want to review, feel free to contact us on that as well. We do want to conduct a small pilot. We did identify a lot of the people on this call as people who've raised tickets with the legacy support team, and so we want to try to target you for that. But the official go live is on November 1st. Is that good, Shihao? Do you?
Yes. Thank you, Natalie. Yeah. So as mentioned by Natalie, that is the background for today's session. And at the beginning of the try run, will be tomorrow, and today's sessions focus on how to log a ticket to get support, and especially during the trial run period and also after the official transition happened on November the 1st. So as a legacy campus end users, what you may are interested in is how to log a ticket via the new ticketing tool we BSD team use. So today I will focus on how to log the ticket and give you a step-by-step introduction. Also, I may also orient you with the famous BSD team portal. So allow me to share the screen now. I can give you a demo. Also, as mentioned by Natalie, the reason we go for the new ticketing tool called GBS Service Central is because we can get many benefits from the Service Central Hub. That is an enhanced service platform designed for one-stop query management for any user, because not only BSD team, but also some other support team like SPS, GSAO, those ecosystem support partners for campus also enjoy this Service Central Hub. So with this new ticketing tool, you may find everything on one page, and even for all tickets you have logged, you can find them in your dashboard report in the latter part of the home page. Okay, that is some benefits, but I will focus on how to log the ticket. The first thing you should know is the link for the Service Central. I will send out a PPT after this session for all the participants today, so you can get the link. Also, later on, I will show you where you can find some introductory statement about the step-by-step things, and also on the BSD portal. So everything is ready. The first thing is the link. You should remember that is GBS Service Central Hub, and that is the link. And after you come to this home page, you will have a level 1 menu here on this place. Please locate the opportunity to cache the first level 1 menu, and on the drop-down menu you can find the campus business process support. That is our level 2 menu. Please click it, and you will be directed to a next screen. And on this screen, before you log on the home page, you will always be popped up with this digital badge credential things. So if you come up with this page, you should input your credential so that you can be logged on to the page. Okay. As I just showed you, you will be directed to the next screen, and the screen will give you some further categories to choose. That is region information. Wait a minute, not sure what's wrong with. Okay. Let's do it once again, because just now I was asked to give the credential. Maybe there's some. Okay, come to the next screen. That is campus business process support and browse by service home page. On this page, you can find there's 4 regions for you to choose. That region represents where the issue is coming from. If you are a KW user in EMEA region, then you should choose EMEA region. And since you are the KW user and you face an issue, then please choose the issue category as time tracking KW. I just make an example here and assume you are an individual KW user. But if you are a fan responsible for doing invoicing for some projects, and the project is located in some other region like AMS region, then you should choose the AMS region. That also represent where the issue coming from, where the issue located in the system like PN1. Okay, once you highlight that region, and immediately you will be shown a drop-down menu on the right part. In the very beginning, it's just 5 issue categories, but you can see there's a more button at the end of the drop-down list. So please expand that to see the total 10 issue categories. Okay, let me do it again. Okay. As I mentioned before, if you are doing invoicing for some project, and if you face a problem to save the order to issue the billing, please choose the category customer billing and invoice. And let's just use this as example to go forward. Once you choose the issue category, you will be directed to the process-specific ticket form after you click the Submit a Case. And on just a minute, okay, on this page, you will find some important message before you input any useful information for us. The message is customized for our campus user to remind you there's critical fields for you to input so that we can know sufficient information, and some additional fields like WBS element, legacy campus user indicator for you to identify yourself. So if you have the invoicing issue, right, we make this example like invoicing issue, then please input the issue subject and the detail of the issue. And also, if possible, please screenshot down the error message and some other detailed information about your issue and upload the attachment from your local driver. And there's other fields like country, region, user email ID are automatically populated, so you don't worry about them. But all those mandatory fields marked with the star should be maintained. And I also mentioned there's 2 additional fields, WBS element and legacy campus user indicator. You are suggested to populate them as well because you are the legacy campus users, and we want to track the status of your ticket, especially in this trial run period, to see if we miss anything for the transition preparation. Also, we want to know if we can have some differentiate process for legacy campus support. But yeah, if possible, please input this indicator and by use the drop-down list. And also, if you are log a ticket on behalf of others, please use this part of fields, like which are the ultimate service recipient. Since our BSD team support is for worldwide, so our working language is English, so you can just default the language. You don't need to change it. And I also want to highlight the attachment file size is less than 10 megabyte. So please zip your file if it's too big. So this is for the ticket submitting process. While you may also have some other questions about how we can smoothly transit from SR-ticketing to our GBS Service Central, and I have prepared something for you specially. That is the SR-subject category mapped with the Service Central issue-specific catalog. On the left part is your SR-subject category. From there we can see CATS, finance, general, invoice, project, purchase, sales order, system, etc. Those are the typical subject categories we list in the SR-. Well, in the middle, we can see the Service Central Level 4 issue specifics. As I mentioned, we totally have 10 issue specifics or issue types. And I have this mapped to the SR-. So for BW reporting, that is mapped to reports, BW campus. So you can have a smooth transition from SR- ticketing to Service Central. You will feel seamless, smooth transition there. For invoice, you can just choose customer billing and invoice as your issue category. Also, sales order, all things are coming to the customer billing and invoice. For finance, please choose the financial and project accounting category. And those project type maintenance, opportunity ID, those table maintenance, grade, etc. also belong to financials and project accounting. Even for the reports, SAP Campus, because we believe majority of the campus reports, especially the reporting function, is for the financial area. But if you do face some other report issues in procurement, you can also choose the relevant category in the procurement and delivery part. So here we map our procurement and delivery to the purchase order, question, issue, close, and purchase requisition, create, change, release, and close. For security access, that is mapped to system issues like user account or issue account request, performance issue, printing, subquery, all those kind of issues. Please choose security access. And based on the historical statistics, we know majority of our issues coming to SR- are also time tracking related. So for CAS, KW, please choose time tracking KW. Purchase order, SES, GRIR, they are for vendor invoicing processing in Service Central part. And other general questions, other issues, please choose miscellaneous. And we have also two additional notes. One is, as I mentioned before, legacy campus indicator is especially important during the try-run period. Second, if you have some data maintenance request, you are suggested to choose issue-specific financial and project accounting. Then clearly state the contents of the request in the issue description. For example, what's the project definition and what kind of opportunity ID you want to upload. All those things. Please populate the template as guided in the business procedure document, but please use this issue category, financial and project accounting, to submit your service request so that our support agent can handle your service request properly. Okay, this is one part we want to focus today, that is the Service Central. At this moment, any questions about the whole process? I suggest I use a test environment to log a dummy ticket. Okay, first go to the Service Central link and find the opportunity to cache and the campus business process support menu. Oh, let me do it again in this part. And after you find the screen in service browse by service, please choose the corresponding region where the issue is coming from. Then you click the Submit a Ticket button. Then you will finally come to this page that is called Process Specific Form for Ticketing, where you will input the issue subject, issue details, and upload any attachment file, and populate the WBS element information and the legacy commerce user indicator. So this is very simple steps for you to follow. Okay, maybe there's something wrong with the page, so I will not show it again. But let me give you a demo to another important page, web page, that is called Campus Business Integrated Service Desk Portal. And here, this is the portal, the web page for our team, which we use as our platform to communicate with end users. Most important thing is the WhatHot. That is a communication channel to keep our end users updated with all the hot issues or some important announcement, process change, etc. So the other day, the email you received about the new process for legacy commerce user business support is also posted there. Also, we want to highlight to our legacy end users, if during the trial run period, we still have a button for you to find the current support mechanism by clicking this Need Assistance HP Legacy Campus User, and you will be guided on new window with some clear statement like before you log a ticket, what you should be reminded, like go through those top query links, some self-service links for you to refer to, and finally, if you have didn't find any answers from the self-service, then you log ticket via Service Central. Oh, what's wrong with this? I'm sorry because I'm at home. The bandwidth is not so good, so maybe.
Do you want me to bring that up then, or?
Oh yeah, please, Natalie.
Okay, let me do that then.
Let me unshare my screen. Yeah.
Not sure that mine's any faster, but yeah.
I'm going to post the two web page link. One is for our BSD site in our chat room, and the other one is the GPS Service Central link. But I will also put the link in the training material we will hand out soon.
Yeah, okay. So, I'm sorry, which link were you pointing to on the BISD site?
In this session in the chat room, I just post the BSD site link, and I'm also going to post the GPS Service Central link in the slides.
Okay, and of course, like Shiha was saying, it's always available here. So it has the processes every time. So if you ever forget, it's always right here on how to open up the ticket. So you have that. There's one other thing that I wanted to mention, Shihao, about, and you may have already gone through this, but I did want to point it out because we do use it a lot, and we've had some good success with it. The announcements that show up when you are in the tool. So. I'm probably just as slow. Try not to be, but I have kind of the same issue. So, right. So, coming up here. All right. So one of the things that I think you pointed out, but I just wanted to re-highlight that was the announcements that we have.
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah, because one of the things that we try to do, and I'll go through this as well on the BISD web pages, we try to tell people what's happening. So if we have, for example, upcoming downtime, we will try to go ahead and send, well, we don't try, we do it every time. So if we know there's upcoming downtime for Compass, what we'll do is we'll send out an email that will say there's upcoming downtime. But we know that not a lot of people are getting that message, or maybe they're seeing it and they're not recognizing it. And any comments for improving communications, we're more than happy to take care of. But one of the things that we decided to do is put the broadcast messages out here. And so, for example, when we come up to a time when we're going to have upcoming downtime, we'll broadcast that over here on the right. In any other announcements that are important. So please pay attention to this area over here, because if you get to a weekend and you can't log into Compass, and it's the middle of the month, chances are it's because we have planned downtime for maintenance. And if you didn't get the memo, or if you didn't subscribe to the memo, then it will be outlined here. So that's a really good thing that I wanted to point out. It's actually relatively new. We just got the ability of having control over our own announcements. In this site as well, we try to combine everything. So there's a lot of information here. I would definitely recommend that you bookmark this. We have What's Hot, which tells us issues that we've noticed that we either send emails out to or communicate here. And then what I was talking about before with getting the email communications, we get that from a subscription service. So this is a Directory Works subscription, and all you have to do to subscribe to it is click this link over here where it says Register Now, and it brings you up all the subscriptions that you can do. There's two different types of subscriptions that we have, well, actually three. We have Compass, which that applies more to your FAM eco type users of the system that want to know anything that has to do with, say, planned downtime or issues that we're having. And then we have one for CatW. And the reason we have this one for CatW is because we realize that if people are entering time, they're not necessarily as interested in all of the other things that happen, say, a fallout or a job, having an issue, say CatZephyr having an issue. So they would receive less communications, but those communications would only be things that are pertinent to CatW users. And downtime is one of those things that we send out as well. And then the third level of communication is BW. So if you're a BW user, you can also subscribe or unsubscribe to that distribution list. So I would say that's a good thing to do, and you can always, if you get them and you're like, you know what, this is way too much, I really don't want to know this, I'd rather pull the information myself, I'd rather go to your site and pull it, then you can always unsubscribe. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to take over there, but I thought that was important to know so that they can get the information.
Yeah, yes, thank you, Natalie.
Yeah.
So with this introduced, I believe a majority of our training sessions come to a milestone. And so I would like to request if any questions come is from all of you. Yeah, maybe you have get used to use SR dash. If you have feel any concerns, could you please put up here? Yes, I heard someone talking. Yes, please.
It looked like Kim was typing a message, but I don't know if that's still happening.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you wanted to take questions via the chat room or not. So the question I have is, we're in ES USPS, but we use the legacy Compass. So would we choose AMS to log the call, or would we use USPS?
That is a very good question. Actually, Colleen had asked me that as well. We have, just to give you some background, we have the USPS regional indicator, and we've always used that to help indicate when tickets were USPS restricted. So in the ES FMO side, as you probably know, the USPS restricted data, federal, what we call actual labor costing, there's a lot of restrictions on what you can and cannot view with USPS. And so we try to classify those tickets so that we can, because we do have a smaller US-based team that can handle and has the access to handle those questions. So I would probably recommend classifying them as that. What happens is the teams that actually get the tickets, which are based in based in India and in China, they receive all of the tickets and they triage them and determine if they can work that ticket, or if not, if it's restricted, then they would reassign it to us. So I would be to classify the tickets. I really do think they probably should be still classified as USPS. We can always change that later. Shihao, what do you think?
Yes, I agree with you, Natalie, because first thing, we have some mechanism internally to judge whether it's a pure restricted data from USPS, or if this is a general time tracking issue and still we can handle without the restricted access. So it's okay to just remain the issue be the USPS region for us to track how many tickets are coming from that region. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, okay. I think that.
Okay, and if it's if we don't have a restricted account, we could even possibly use the Americas one if it's a generic question that
Sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay. Exactly. If it's a generic, yeah, definitely. Yes, that's a good point. Thank you.
So, any other questions? How about?
Justin is OCing me about the SLAs.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to review that here? I don't know that I have that information handy, so.
We can give a very brief introduction about how we different between two teams, the Tier 1 support team, because today I also invited Nanda here. Maybe we can just introduce our SLA things or some internal management metrics about that, and also give some introduction about the difference. First, we use the ticketing tool called Service Central, but we are not an online chat ticketing tool. I mean, we don't provide the online chatting service. Normally, a ticket logged from the Service Central will come to our queue, and we of course have an immediate attention. We will assign a specialist, an agent in our team to work on the issue. Normally, we will respond to the issue as soon as possible. Let's see, using the email correspondence, or if we feel your issue description is not so detailed, we may approach you via the link conversation, or even directly call you if you mentioned you can be called. And also for the SLA, it depends on the criticality and the status we put for the issue. Either it's a high priority or low priority or normal priority. We have a different SLA. Also, it depends on whether the issue is escalated to IT or escalated to or elevated to GSAO SPS for some call center maintenance. The SLA will also be slightly changed. Basically, for high level issue, high priority issue, the SLA will be 2 days. For let me just open. Wait a minute. Open.
Let's see how you want the PPT that we prepared, or you have the.
Oh, I think Jason, I think you have the PPT on hand, right? The other day I have sent you the revised.
Yeah, the comparison chart. I think I have it. I can share it if you want.
Okay, yeah, please. I'm not put this on hand on my hand, so yeah, if you can just open it, I can explain it a little bit. Okay. Yeah, as we mentioned before, SR-Dash is more like an online chatting tool, and for those issues, especially if it's attributes like a tier 1 issue, for the timeliness of query response, it's 30 minutes for SR-Dash. However, you see these 2 days, but the 2 days, maximum 8 days, is talking about the resolution, meaning the issue will be resolved. It may not just be a response. So this is some kind of difference. 2 business hours, 4 business hours, 8 business hours. That is the SR-Dash SLA, right? Case management tool. Yeah, that is technical SLA bridge we set up in the case management tool. But Jason, I don't think it's apple-to-apple comparison, because depends on the issue, the attribute, the complexity of the issue. We have a different kind of.
Correct. Correct. This is not a snapshot of the duration that we arrived at. We will solve the issues according to the criticality. But there is a drastic change to move from the live chat to the CMT tool. There will be difference in SLA. That's what I wanted to give a heads up to the entire audience.
Yeah.
In the call today. Yeah. That's the main intent of showing that slide. Yeah.
Yeah. Any concerns about that change, about the online chatting to the Service Central? Then I would like to seek the opinion from Nanda. During your previous experience, what will be normally considered from the legacy campus user support?
Yeah, sure. So most of the time we were able to close the call within 2 hours, or sometimes maybe it could have taken 4 hours. But maybe when we had any technical issue, that is where we took time to solve the issues. So in that case, we had to elevate it to next level of support, and maybe from there it would have gone to the IT support team.
Yeah, thank you, Ananda. And normally, based on our statistics, we for simple KW issues, we also have less than one shift. Normally 8 hours is our shift time for one shift. Within a shift, if it's a simple issue, we always respond with the solution and we'll close the issue. But we always keep the ticket open until we confirm the issue is okay with any users. So this is how we handle the issue in the BSD team. So please don't feel a dramatic change. But the goal is to ensure the issue is handled and resolved. And internally, we handle both level 1, level 2, level 3 business case until it's a purely technical fix to be handled by our developers in HP IT team. So okay, I think we have finished today's agenda. If there's no other questions, I would like call it to an end. So, what do you think, Natalie? Any final?
Oh yes. All I would say finally is we welcome you guys aboard. We hope that this process change for you is easy to follow, and if not, you can always definitely ask us a question about it. And we do want to do everything that we can to make sure it's a smooth transition. We will be sending out a separate email that will come as a FAM news flash, and that'll probably go out early next week, that outlines this as well and gives you the links to the BISD site, which has all of this other information embedded in it. So you'll have all of that information as well. And thank you, Shihao and Jessen, for the presentation. Really appreciate it. And have everybody have a good day.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.